Hi, I'm Bronwyn Bulwer and I'm here with Kelly Papesch and we're talking about her journey on the blue team with IT Heavy Hitters. Thanks Kelly for being with us this morning and sharing your journey.
Not a problem.
I'd love to know if you can remember the first moment when you decided to fight and take part in IT Heavy Hitters.
I didn't really know the exact moment. I'd been humming and hawing about it. A friend had obviously done it for the last couple of years and I'd watched her journey, so I she inspired me to do it. But it was just like, these early mornings 3 times a week and whether or not I could actually do it. And then I just decided that sign up and just make it work.
Yeah. As an outsider, I can't imagine putting myself in a position in a boxing ring knowing that I'm going to be hit. And I wonder what makes an ordinary person commit to the 14 weeks of training and knowing that you have to pitch up as part of a team and then know that you're going to get in a boxing ring in front of hundreds of people and possibly get hurt. What made you do that, push through that?
The cause, just being so passionate about the cause and putting that first before yourself. I guess the thought of being hit's a bit scary. Probably for me a little bit less so. I get hit quite a bit in football. But no, it's just when you're putting someone else before you, you don't really think about yourself. So yes, you're going to get hit. Black eyes and blood noses and stuff will happen, but yeah, you're not doing it for you, you're doing it for a much greater purpose. And it's like a mum doing anything for their kid, they'll throw their body on the line to save their kids. So.
Yeah. What did you find the hardest thing about training and the actual fight?
The hardest thing was giving up my sleep-ins. It was getting a bit hard, and obviously the colder it got in the morning, it was that getting out of your nice warm bed to get up and 5 o'clock to be at the gym by 6, and at that time in the morning you're not really, I was like, do I have to get up and do this again? But as soon as you get into the gym, you're hyped, you're ready, you've got all your friends there, you've got everyone just supporting you and saying, yes, we're going to crank it out today. And after your hour-long session, you actually start the day on such a high.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So, it was really good.
Cool. Can you tell me about a moment during your training when you wanted to give up, and why didn't you?
Oh, there were a couple of times. It was, so a couple of times I went through my dark period and I got into my little hole. And it was just, I don't know, there was stuff going on in the boxing, there was stuff going on at home. Just my life kind of felt like all but upside down at some point. So it was kind of like, I don't really want to fight because I want to hide. So a couple of times I showed up to training, I wasn't completely myself, but people picked up on that and they spoke to me and they talked to me and got me through that, which I may have not necessarily had without them. So it was.
I remember on the night watching you come down the red carpet and there was something really focused about you. Like you really seemed so in the zone. And I wonder how it felt for you finally getting into that ring after the 14 weeks. What was going through your mind, if you can remember?
It was actually really funny because behind the curtain, the guy that was instructing us, when to go and everything, he was actually laughing because I'm there boogieing behind the curtain because I was in such a, this is an amazing thing, I'm finally here. But as soon as my theme song came on and I'm all gloved up and my headgear's on and mouthguard in, I just zoned and it's like, okay, now is the time. This is what I've been working for. And then, just that whole dedication. You can see it in the photos of me walking down the ring. That's all I was thinking about, getting in that ring and not being hit.
I could see that, It was awesome. And what was your theme song and why did you choose it?
It was by Hidden Citizens and I'm just forgotten the name of the song. But it was more the fact that it was nothing's going to get me down, wind, rain, whatever. I'm a fighter and I'm here to, do it. And it just, whenever I listen to it in the radio, in my car radio now, it just yeah, I just think back to that fight and my journey and just everything that I sacrificed to get there and how much my sacrifice paid off. And the result that we got at the end of the night, it didn't actually matter so much about the fight, but what we managed to achieve as a whole was just amazing.
Yeah. What did you learn about yourself during the whole journey? Was there something that surprised you?
Maybe just reinforced that I'm stronger than I think I am. Like, I know that I'm a strong individual, but sometimes you've got to like push yourself that little bit further. Like, I never in a million years dreamed that I'd be in a boxing ring. Like, I've done crazy stuff. I've, you know, done solo treks and done all these other random adventures, but to do something like this completely outside your comfort zone. I didn't even like boxing. Like, I didn't even watch my friend box and her fight because I didn't like boxing. But I've got a whole new respect for it, and just it is such an intense feeling to actually be part of that. But yeah, it's just, I don't know what else to say. It's just,
yeah. What was the highlight for you out of the 14 weeks, if you could pick one?
I think the TKO in the first round, I think that was...
That's pretty epic.
I had a game plan, and I had thought and been visualising that I wanted to do that in the first round, and maybe it was more the fact that I was scared of being hit myself. I just wanted to get it over with. And so I did. I just went full out in that first minute, and
Still afraid, eh?
Just keep going, don't stop, don't give up.
Yeah.
Because that's what this journey's about, is don't stop, don't give up, just keep going. And
Yeah. What did your kids say to you when you were finished and, you know, you hugged them afterwards and that? How did they react?
They went here on the night,
Yeah.
so I saw them a couple of days later, and they were so proud of me, and they watched the video over and over again.
Really?
And they're like, oh wow, Mum, that's really awesome. And, you know, so proud of you. And just to hear my kids say that, was pretty amazing.
Pretty special, hey? That kind of makes it all worthwhile, hey?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And what did it mean to you personally to get in the ring?
Just to be a great role model for my kids, and for others, and so that people know that I'm a voice for this cause and that they can speak to me.
Can you tell us about your experience with depression?
Oh, it's really hard, because sometimes you can be this completely different person. You can be like just absolute barrel of laughs and giggles, and then the next minute something will have triggered it, and you're just frozen, you don't know what to do, you feel overwhelmed. It's just, it's a real blackness that comes over you, and you just don't know what to do to kind of get out of it. Sometimes you just need to wait it out. Other times you need someone to help lift you out of it. But you're constantly searching for that light, and it's very fuzzy when all you see is the blackness. So
Sometimes you just need someone to open that window and just let that light in for you when
Very
you can't
much
do it
so.
yourself. And what helped you to get through your depression?
I think having a focus or a goal outside of my current situation. So I'm quite a sporty person, so I use sport as my tool to get through it. So I play a lot of football, I do hiking, I do running, but even just sometimes just taking a step out of life and just sitting and doing nothing, which for me is very hard. Being so on the go and stuff, I actually need friends to remind me, okay, you're not, invincible. You need to actually just stop, breathe.
Yeah.
You can't do everything.
Yeah.
And remember to ask for help. That's the biggest thing. I got to remember to ask for help.
Yeah, and let people help.
And let people help.
Yeah.
So.
What would you say to someone who's dealing with depression now, that you've been through it and they're in that dark place? What would you say to them?
The darkness is good because it makes you appreciate the light more. Without darkness, you can't see the light. And it's not a forever thing. It's a small blip in the scheme of things. You've got all these amazing things that happen in your lifetime that you forget about when you're in that space. But once you get out of it, you just realize so much more of what you've got to, live for, the things. Just, it's different for everyone because different age groups can obviously react differently. But for me, one of the times when I was in a really dark space, my kids were my reason why. And it's like...
It's okay. You're good.
They are what got me through. I am here for them. And they are my biggest reason to just be me and not worry about, okay, if this day I'm not having a great day, doesn't matter because my kids are still getting all these other great times and things. And, one small moment isn't going to tarnish a lifetime of happiness.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thank you. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Especially as a mum, I can relate to so much of what you're saying, and you're so brave, and your children will see that and they'll know that, and it will help them too. And I hope it helps anybody else who's watching this. So thank you so much.
Thank you.